Okay everybody, it's time to take a look at Speer Loading Manual from 1954. This is volume 1, so this was their introduction into reloading manuals. 68 years old, and if you remember, we already looked at the Ideal number 38, which turned out to be a really interesting book. So let's check and see what Speer has to say. Now Speer is by no means a small operator. You know, they're part of the CCI group, and they have a big following in law enforcement ammunition, defensive ammo. So we'll take a quick flip through this and see what they have to say. I've got little post-it notes, you know, at various places. So we have all your standard kind of reloading basics, pictures of tools. Funny how the Forster case trimmer doesn't look like it's changed since they took that picture. So that's pushing 70. Anyway, let's flip through here, see where the next one is. Okay, the typical pressures, basic reloading info, and then of course their bullet charts or bullet descriptions. You know, they do make a fine product when it comes to bullets, that's for sure. And this is what they had in 1954. Okay, then we have an interesting bullet energy table, which is actually kind of nice. Feet per second on the left, bullet weight on the top, tells you your foot-pounds. And that's 2 pages. Let's see, we're gonna get to the reloading data. Starts with rifle, of course, just like they all do. And as you can see, by the absolute lack of post-it notes, there was really very, very little interesting information in here other than, you know, each particular caliber with a few loads for each one. Oops. Okay, now we get down through the rifle section, all the regular stuff. Somebody taped an article about 7mm loading, and I think that's what the previous owner of this was after. 30 Newton, which is the reason why I was unable to purchase this book, which belongs to my local gunsmith. Now, Speer did something kind of interesting when they started doing their loading manual. They didn't do a full brand new manual for each edition. Their first one was a regular loading manual, which is this one. And then they alternated and went to Wildcat cartridges for volume 2. And then they kind of alternated back and forth between the two. So I would guess that in 1954 they were betting that the Newton calibers, of which 30 is one of them, and there's also a 35 Newton in here, I think. They were thinking they were going to be off-the-shelf calibers someday, and obviously their guess was wrong. 303, 77 Japanese, 8mm, you know, all the regular popular ones. There's the 35 Newton. And then at the back of the book they have a couple of, looks like some blank pages where you can put your own load data that you're interested in. This is 7x57, which obviously a previous owner was interested in. And you might notice there's absolutely nothing for pistol. And nothing for shotgun. Not even a mention. So, I'll be honest, by today's standards, this is like buying instructions for your bullets. And there's nothing wrong with Speer Bullets. They're top quality product. But I kind of call this manual a fail. We'll look at some more here coming up because we can't end it on that. I'm going to quickly go through these three, which is Volume 5, Volume 8, and Volume 10. Stand by. Rifle, pistol, shotgun. Okay, the usual loading stuff. A few interesting things. Okay, this one, 1962, so that makes it 60 years old. 8 years after Volume 1. And here it says Hercules Unique. This powder was first marketed in about 1890 by the old Laughlin and Rand Powder Company under the name Infallible, which I thought was kind of interesting. And then over here we have under Hodgdon 4831 DuPont IMR 4350, blah blah blah, and for medium weight bullets in big boiler rooms. Kind of a blue collar language that we still hear occasionally. Some loading tool pictures like the previous model or manual. Looks like this Hollywood Senior was the granddaddy for the RCBS Summit press. Powder measures. Okay. Same pick from previous book. Forster case trimmer. Looks like the design hasn't changed at all. And that was in 1954, the first one, so time for them to change the color or something. Okay, next flag. After basic reloading info. Bullet data, of course. Pistol bullet data. Bullet energy chart. And next flag. Oh, how to kill a cartridge just by giving it a crappy name. The 240 page Super Pooper, which may have been ballistically something special, but man, how to kill a product. Okay, no flags in the rifle data. Nothing really outstanding there other than just standard loads using Speer Bullets. Okay, pistol data. Oh, sorry, missed a couple. Here they mention the Deer Stalker by Ruger, which I seem to recall Ruger was sued over that and they had to change the name. That was their semi-auto tube feed 44 Magnum. Really nice rifles. Okay, handgun data. Okay, not a whole lot, but there's a little bit in here. Getting a little better. So we get the 45 ACP starting here And believe it or not, 185 grain, 215 grain, and 222 grain, but no 230 grain ball ammo data. They do mention 230 grain full metal jacket government loads in the text, but no actual data here for it. Okay, and then moving right along, wow, we got a little bit of a shotgun section. Not too big, maybe 6-8 pages. Recommended shot sizes. Okay, the book's getting a little better, but still kind of lacking really kind of quantity of, interesting info. Let's check out the hardcover, number 8, from 1970, which makes that 52 years old. Gonna go through quickly here. An article by Bruce Hodgson. Kind of cool. Rifling twists. Lots of 1 in 12s, 1 in 14s popular. Real popular. 1 in 12. Very few 1 in 9. There's a 1 in 8. 6.5 by 55. Okay, rifling twists, let's see, and then we skip through the entire rifle section, which is just a slightly colorized version of their regular, relatively boring load data. Off to the handgun section. Some handgun bullets. More bullets. I guess they decided there's money in handgun bullets. A little bit of reloading data. Some previous owner's check stub. Real basic stuff though. And finally, which they didn't have in number 5, they've now put it in number 8 from 1970, I guess. 45 cal 230 grain full metal jacket, where it should be. And then a little bit of shotgun data. Looks like the section's getting a little bigger. Has a bit of shotgun data. I noticed back here near the end of the book some heavier than normal loads for shotgun, like 3/4 ounce 410 loads, 1 ounce 28 gauge loads, and I'm not really sure what a standard load for 20 is, but I think like 1 1/4 ounce is kind of like standard to light 12 gauge. There's some blank ammo. But they have loads for 12 gauge up here to 1 7/8 ounce, which is really on the heavy end. That's it for Speer Reloading Manual number 8. I guess it's getting a little bit better, but the jump from their first manual in 1951 to this one in 1970 has not been that big. Okay, number 10 from 1979, making it 42 years old. I know this one's getting a little better. Some contents. instructions. Let's see. Okay, all the usual loading data with all the trophy pics and animals and whatever. Rifle data. Okay, 79. Vietnam was over for about 4 years. And 223 Remington. Somebody was already thinking about heavier than standard bullets for those things. They're talking about 70 grain here. I think these days 77 or almost maybe 80 or something like that is pushing the top end. 30-30 Winchester had a plinker load with a 100 grainer, and it also had a Speer point load, not to be used in tube mags, but there were bolt action 30-30s on the market, and in Canada you can run into them kind of commonly. Let's see, 308 Winchester, which would have been big time king by 1979. Looks like 100 grain all the way up to 200 grain loadings with a good variety. And we're already down at the pistol data section. Some bullets. Okay, this is where it takes a twist and it kind of goes backwards in time. They've now started listing round ball loads for 44 Special and 44 Magnum round ball and 45 Colt round ball. See, the thing is, they, at this particular time or somewhere near this time, Speer decided to get into the selling round ball business, and if you go to their website currently, they still offer round ball. I guess they just figured it was easy enough to make, and if somebody wants to pay the price, they can make money on it. So round ball data, which is typically kind of thought of, you know, as an older type of shooting. Anyway, this was a cool pick that I found. That is a 44 Magnum, and this one, which is also a handgun cartridge, is called 460 Jurras, Jurras, and it's a bottleneck, and it's massive. Just thought that was kind of interesting to see. So far the book's doing a little bit better. Okay, handgun loads for shot shells using the Speer capsules. 38 Special, 44 Special, 44 Mag, and no 45 Colt, because at this particular time I don't think 45 Colt had really made a big comeback yet. Plastic target ammo. Okay, and they even got a little muzzle loader section here, which is, I don't know, 6 or 8 pages, I guess, with some Speer round ball sizes that they offer. Pyrodex loading. Okay, and barrel twist rates again. Remember, we saw that in number 8. And all the barrel twists are speeding up. 1 in 9 is pretty common. We got some 1 in 8 stuff going on. There's no 1 in 14s left in anywhere here, it looks like. There's one. Looks like really 1 in 9 is where everybody's heading, or faster. So that's kind of a cool update. But even today, I think they're going to be faster than that. Lots of ballistics data. And we're at the end of the book. They got a little glossary here. Good for, rookies, I guess, or if you want to look up some term that somebody's using that you're unfamiliar with. That was Speer Manual number 10. Before that, from 1979. Number 8 from 1970. Number 5 from 1962. And you saw Volume 1 from 1954. That's going to wrap up the Speer Manual review, I guess. I think if you shoot Speer Bullets, you probably need to have one of them. Probably one of the newer ones, because they do get better, it seems. And they're up to 15 now, I think, on their website, and a lot of their data is also available on their website without buying the manual. So, have a great day, everybody. Mike out.